Alright, this is a Let's Play of Pokemon Fire Reds. I'm your host, Valtor111, and here to assist me is my little brother. Um, and he's already laughing next to me. Yeah, real mature, I know. So, I, I'm using Visual Boy Advance in order to do this, and I'm pressing the space bar because that speeds up the text all the time. This is Professor Oak. Everybody who knows Pokemon knows who he is. And I'm going to select boy. And my name, let's see, where's the V? I always like putting in, oops, shoot. I always like putting in the lowercase letters because it makes it seem more realistic. You know, you don't have people in the game yelling your name all the time. Oh, come on, the help system. Okay, I don't care about that. Okay, so Visual Boy Advanced controls, by the way, for anybody who's new at it, Z on the keyboard is the A button, and then X is the B button. So VALTOR. My brother asks if this is illegal. Yes, Tim, it is totally illegal. No, in all seriousness, dudes, if you buy a Visual Boy Advance, then you will be getting um, games called ROMs that you just get for that you would have otherwise paid money for in the store. But I don't feel the least bit guilty about this because I paid for this game when I had a Game Boy Advance. So, you know, it's not like I'm stealing. I've played this game already. I know how it works, and you're gonna find out too. Okay, so that guy's Gary. He really isn't Gary. He's different, but I'm calling him Gary because, you know, that's what he's the ripoff of. Now, this guy is the he's the Pokemon trainer from let's see, what was it called? That game? No, Super Smash Brothers Brawl. I can't believe I forgot that. Okay, first thing to do whenever you start this game is speed up the text speed because for some reason it's put on slow. So, whoop, so is it on faster? Yep, there we go. And you'll want to get that potion out of the PC because just in case you happen to lose, well, become in danger of the rival, because his Pokemon might actually be able to take you down depending on who you pick. There's Oak. He says, "Wait, don't go out. At times, I'm going to hold the space bar just so that certain actions hurry up. Like he's walking me back to the lab here. You know, you don't really need to waste time on that. I'm gonna ask my partner here. Hey, Tim. This guy's name is Tim. Tim, could you please keep an eye on the recording just to make sure that we don't go, you know, over 9 minutes? Okay, thanks, Tim. Tim, you can speak up, you know, because otherwise the microphone's gonna cut you out. He says he doesn't like his voice. I guess I'm just going to have to speak on his behalf. All right. Now that's Charmander. I don't want to pick Charmander because later on in the game there's going to be the legendary Pokemon Moltres, which is also a fire flying type, so it really seems redundant. And I'm not going to pick Squirtle either because, you know, you just get a Lapras later on, and Lapras is totally as good as Blastoise, if not better. So I'm going to pick Bulbasaur because, you know, you really don't see that many good grass types, you know, with high stats in any of these games, really. So, you know, I'm the guy who likes the grass type starters. So now Gary says, "Wait, Valtor, I'm going to take you on a battle." Yeah, look at him. He thinks he's going to win. Look at him. He pretends to be all tough and stuff. Tim says he likes grass types too. Yes, Tim. Now, grass type Pokemon, you gotta be patient when you raise these things because they're the type of Pokemon that, you know, you can't be direct with them. They do, yes, Oak, thank you. They do damage in the little annoyer ways. Like they'll suck your health with Leech Seed, or they'll put you to sleep, or they'll paralyze you. They'll annoy you and mess with you a lot. That's not exactly my battle style, but you know, I, I might as well have one of these at least. So I beat Gary easily, pretty much because I got that critical hit there. And he's like, "What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon." And now, guys, I'm not knocking Charmander and Charizard or anything, but I mean, like I said, Moltres is a whole lot better in my opinion. So it just seems kind of redundant. Plus, as if that wasn't enough, you've got Ho-Oh in the Gold and Silver games, who is also a legendary flying type.
Yeah, but Typhlosion is cool.
And now Tim's bringing up Typhlosion. That doesn't really have any relevance. And I'm going to speed this up because this is just a random wild Pokemon battle. Okay, so for anybody who's gotten this far without getting bored and turning it off, this game is not going to have sound in it. Pretty much all you're going to hear is my voice talking, and you would have heard Tim's, but like I said, he's too scared.
Oh,
So,
shut
and he tells me to shut up. So let's see. We're gonna knock out this Pidgey. Bulbasaur leveled up, and Leech Seed. This is probably the best move any starter Pokemon can ever learn. Period. Leech Seed is an amazing move. The only thing I think I've ever seen better at the beginning was Chikorita's Razor Leaf. And I only say that because, like I said, I like the direct hits in Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie. So the Razor Leaf was more my style, but Leech Seed, it turns battles around, believe me. Yeah, another Rattata. These Pokemon you meet in the beginning, what they'll do is they'll raise your speed for the most part. There are these points in the game that when you fight other Pokemon. Oh crap! He critical killed me. Well, that sucks. I did not see that coming. Valtor whited out. Like, what kind of a sissy just faints
up.
because, whoa, maybe you should take a rest. So this has actually never happened to me before, but I'm not going to edit this recording and start all over again. I'm just going to keep on going. So you make me proud, honey, that you got knocked out like 5 minutes into your adventure. And
Just because you lost, you get like.
here's what happens whenever you lose. All right, check out my profile. It didn't happen this time, but usually what happens, at least according to the old games, is see how I've got like 3,000 money? You will lose half your money if if you ever get knocked out. Now, I could be
You're muggy.
mistaken. I could be mistaken. Maybe you only lose your money if you lose to another trainer. But I don't see that happening. I mean, that was a total fluke. Did you see that? That Rattata, he knocked me out, but there was sort of an explanation for that. Rattatas are normal types, and Tackle is a normal type move, so he got a same type attack bonus.
No, it's good.
So yeah, and a critical. So he pretty much that was he got me. I'll admit it, he got me. I'm sure if I had one hit point more, he wouldn't have, but he did. So hey Tim, how are we doing on the time so far?
Mm.
Okay, he says that we only have about 2 minutes left. Bulbasaur's level 8 now. I'm sorry this is taking so long. I'm gonna hold down the space bar to speed it up a little bit. Now, if you don't go to the Pokemon immediately, there's this dude who's north, just a little bit north in the town. If you try to pass him, he, at least in the old game, he says, "I haven't had my coffee yet," and he gets all angry at you, and he says, "No, you can't pass." Now, no, in real life, it's totally unrealistic. Would never happen. But I guess it's an amusing thing. Like a grumpy old man gets in the way. That's pretty funny. Um, let's see what else. This part. Do you get running shoes in this game? I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Oh yeah, you do, but it happens a lot later on. So when I get running shoes, I'm just gonna be running everywhere. But for now, I'm gonna hold down the space bar. Now here's Oak. He's all happy to see you because you've come back unscathed. Oh, except for the time when you died by a wild Rattata. Can you imagine that? You're a Pokemon champ.
You.
You become the Pokemon champion eventually, and they said, "Well, what was your first step in the Pokemon game?" You're like, "Oh, well, I, the champion of Pokemon, got knocked out by a level 3 Rattata not 5 minutes into my adventure. Yeah, whoever thought I'd be the champ?" So anyway, let's see. Oak has just explained to me that you throw Pokeballs in order to get Pokemon. And let's see. Gary is being a douchebag, and he's telling me that he doesn't need me or anything. And do you notice how he said, actually, you know what? I'm just about to go over 9 minutes, so I'm going to stop the recording now. Thanks for listening. Okay. This is, let's see, fire red.
No, it's so important.
What the balls?